Hello, Sweet Tooth here. I hope your day is going well. Going to play some more Monstrum. I'm just going to start this off in the beginning. Probably not going to win anything, but I'm going to try and show some stuff that I know that works in surviving the three monsters. So that's going to be the point of this video. I'm going to show you some tips. You can use the fire extinguisher and the flare on the fiend. The psychic being that looks purple. You can use the fire extinguisher and the flare. He's not as strong as the brute, and the fire extinguisher can't, harm the hunter, but it can do the fiend. However, he's the smartest one. He'll actually systematically go throughout the room and search for you. And if he knows you're in the room, he'll come after you. Even if I'm in here, in the spawn point, the fiend will come in here, and he will check it out. Like sooner or later. Whether or not you make noise or not. He's actually pretty smart. Also, I got all the notes, so I will read those in a little while. Now, the hunter, you don't have to worry about as much as the brute or the fiend. I've actually reconsidered that the fiend is probably the hardest one because of how smart he is in searching for you. He won't fall for tricks as much as the other two anyways. Also, here's something else. When you're in the kitchen, there is always a fuse. There's always a fuse somewhere in here. From my experience. Okay, fine. Make me out to be a liar. But seriously, I've been in here like five to seven times, and there was always a fuse in here. Like just sitting on a tray. So if you're looking for an extra fuse, come to the kitchen. There might be one in here. Let's search down below, quick. Nope, I don't see anything. Anyways, continue to move on. I think it's a fiend right now. You can go under the beds too. What you do is you just press against it while crouched. And you can go under the bed. However, you can't switch through your inventory. I'm just going to come up with random tips that that helped me. See, he knows the door open, so he's going to come in here. I think. Let's go antagonize him. Also, he is actually the slowest. The fiend will chase you at about the pace that he walks, or he hovers. He's never going to get any faster than that. However, if you are in his sight, you see those those purple tendrils or something that come across your eyes? What he's trying to do is he's trying to use some telekinesis in order to paralyze you. So if you're in his line of sight for too long, he'll paralyze you, meaning you'll get temporarily stunned. But you can shake it off and continue to run. So when that happens, it's not really an instant kill. He's just paralyzing you. Normally when I start out, there's a fuse right here and another note, and there's another note usually by the bed or something else. And there's usually nothing else out in here. There's something else you'll encounter. You'll encounter a broken door. A door you can't open. And it'll say, it's just broken and you can't open it. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to lure the monster to it to bust it open. You can use the egg timer. You can use the radio. But just antagonize the monster right next to the door that you can't open. There used to be a glitch by the submarine. See, like right here, I can see the bolt cutters over there, and I need to get in here, but I can't. And it says, keep door closed at all times. I need an egg timer or the radio, and place it right against that. But there used to be a glitch by the submarine where you could block off the stairwell and essentially just have the AI of the monster confused, and like the hunter would just stand there, not be able to do anything. What you do is you take this and you place it against the stairwell, but it's been fixed. Because right here, you can't place this over that anymore. So that glitch is over with, because now you can't block the stairwell. See, no matter what you do, you can't block it. When you're down here too, the monster can hear everything you're doing. So if I jump, he's immediately going to come in here. Because for some reason, when you're this far below, the sound carries all the way across. So he knows exactly where you are. Right now it's going to be the brute. Seriously? Woo! Come on, buddy. Also, the brute is the fastest. He can catch you if you're not running in a directly away from him. He might catch you. I can already tell that the playthrough on this one would be hard to get the helicopter because the bolt cutters are behind the locked door that I would need him to smash. So that escape route is pretty much done for. Now concerning the helicopter escape route, it's not just about, it's actually not about holding off the, it's not about actually stopping the monster. It's about you being the distraction. So when the monster goes around, and when the monster comes up to the fuel pump, you need to be there long enough to where the monster can see you, and then it initiates a chase sequence. Got an egg timer. But once that initiates a chase sequence, you're supposed to run from him until you can get onto a helicopter. Make sure you have the door unlocked and open. Otherwise, you're gonna have a... Oh, rod. The brute will always be on you too. That's possibly one thing that'll make him kind of hard. He's always on you, he's always nearby, he's the fastest, he's the most aggressive. I mean, he'll chase after you, but what I usually do is I keep a door open up to the outside, so I know where I can run in case he starts coming after me. Do not get yourself cornered. That's a no-no. Yeah, he's out here. Let's give you an idea of how fast the brute is. Watch this. Look how fast he is. I better start running now because he's going to catch me. So when you're running from the brute, you better be rounding corners very tightly and sharply. Otherwise, he's going to catch you. You hear how close he is to me right now? What you need to do is stuff like this to lose him. Because he's going to be right on you. He's actually still on me now. It gives you an idea how fast he is. The best thing to lose the brute, use the stairs. Because he can't do like 90-degree turns very well. Oh, yep, he's still running at me. I could lose him though. Like I said, just go for the stairs. You'll see what I mean in a second. See, he's going to keep on you really, really well. But once you get on the stairs, it's all over for him. Whenever you go into a room, turn off the lights and open up some place to hide. Always have a place to hide as soon as you go into a room. I'll stay here near for just a second and see if he chased me all the way. Because sometimes he will chase you all the way to where you are. The real question is why is he so aggravated? There's the duct tape. As some other people found out, you can use the duct tape. Did a door just go through the ceiling? As some other people found out, you can use duct tape on the cameras to stop them from setting off the alarm. Let's read something else. We already read that one. I was looking through the container manifest on night shift, and there seems to be a misprint. Container 106 lists Telon as its point of origin. I've never seen a serial before, and it doesn't match any of the other container blocks on board. Thought you might want to look into it. Good morning, Brody. Note 2. Brody, I checked up on the serial number, and you're right, it doesn't exist. However, I was able to find the sender, Mr. S. Kobayashi. I wondered why he was traveling with us. It would seem he's bought a new residence in LA and figured he could use his own boat as free transportation. I guess if you want to find out what's inside, you can ask him. I like my job too much. Good night, Larry. Note 3. Larry, I opened container 106 at the start of my shift. Doorway blocked off with a bunch of old books floor to ceiling. I just left it. Later, when I sent Chekhov out on patrol, he came back and told me one of the containers was damaged. Container 106. It looks like it fucking exploded. Watch your language. Maybe we should ask some questions. Good morning, Brody. Alright, note 4? Ship doctor's report, February 14th, 1977. Received 2 patients, Chekhov and Wilson, with second-degree scalding to face and upper body consistent with exposure to pressurized steam. Both patients were showering when burned. Luckily, they were found quickly and early treatment administered. Wounds were cooled and cleaned, loose dressing applied. Discharged with instruction to avoid physical labor, which could rupture blistering, cause infection, and of course pain. Prescription relates to... Whoa. I'm reading here. Prescription related to Captain Mickelson for ship rota adjustment. Dr. Zhao. Copy received by ship quartermaster for archiving. Alright, note 5. Go away. Note 5. Brett. Very loud. The captain sent me the details on Chekhov and Wilson. They were scalded by the shower. According to them, the water stopped for a second and blasted out steam. I'm giving a repair job to you. Some of the guys reported a burning smell down near the boiler 2 days back, and when I checked it out, there was nothing, but might be a good place to start. Fred. Note 6. Hey, Brody, don't worry if I'm not back tonight. I think I might have finally found the problem with the shower system. We're probably going to pull an all-nighter below deck to try and get it fixed. Don't want you guys to go 2 days without a shower for my own sake, if nothing else. Ha! I hardly noticed the time passed down there anyway. Note 7. Captain's log, entry 74. Brody and Fred came to me today. Brett hasn't returned or reported in from maintenance for 3 days. I've shared the news with the rest of the crew, but no one's seen him. We searched the entire ship, found his tools near the boiler covered in black soot. But he seems to be gone. Didn't seem like the type to jump overboard, but it's looking likely at this point. Getting the rest of the crew to believe it is proving difficult, though. They've begun moving about around the ship in pairs as an unwritten rule. Hopefully they'll come to their senses in a few days and accept what's happened, rather than believing in sea monsters. With Chekhov and Wilson sticking to their bunks, we need all the remaining crew on top form for the Pacific crossing. Who am I? Am I in Chekhov or Wilson? Captain Johann Mickelson. Note 8. Hopefully Ellis didn't take too long running this to you, Carlson. I want you to check out the engine room. We've checked out all the connections in the castle tower, so it's definitely nothing on this side. Being without power in the Pacific isn't exactly desirable, so get to it. P.S. Ellis asked me why I didn't just fax this to you in a power outage. I think the fats finally moved to his brain. Fred. Note 9. Fred, there's a hole in the engine. It looks melted inwards. You need to send the rest of engineering down here. There are noises from further down the shaft. I'll check for fire while waiting for the others. Bring the captain. We might need to mayday. Keep Ellis out of the way now. He's back with you. Couldn't go half a step down here without getting jumpy. Carlson. Note 10. Note 10 is like the most common note that you get. Chekhov and Wilson. I think something's gone seriously wrong. I haven't seen another pair in hours. They went to investigate the engine, but no one's come back. There's definitely a fire. I can smell them burning. I don't want to make any noise by banging the door. I heard Fred yelling, and then he just cut off. If you wake up and find this, I'm making for the port side balcony to use life raft. I'm leaving. I know you're sick, but we have to get off the ship. If you arrive in the next hour, I'll be waiting. Ellis. Oh, note 11. We launched successfully at 2 a.m. To my knowledge, we were not seen. It took us just over an hour to reach the spawning ground. We collected 4 specimens, 2 of which we suspect are damaged beyond use. 4? We returned to dock at 6 a.m. At this rate, 2 further expeditions will be required if we are to have enough specimens to continue research until we reach the next spawning ground. Keeping up with the Hisamaru will be impossible unless she remains docked, so you'll need to think of an excuse to stay longer in Hong Kong. I need sleep. -2. Note 12. Second launch went without incident. Again, I see no indication that we were observed. Successful capture rate is improving as I accumulate time at the controls. 6 specimens this time. All should be viable. I guess we can enjoy our last day in Hong Kong. We return to dock at 6 a.m. Under close inspection, they are rather beautiful. I observed them for over an hour, changing color in the tank before submitting this report. You should see them. The risk from exposure while they are in the tank is minimal, and it would allow us some face-to-face time without interference. Oh, that's weird. Note 13. Ben, for the last 2 nights on the 04, I felt sure I was hearing a woman's voice out here. Have you heard anything starboard? Tomas. Note 14. Tomas, haven't heard anything here on starboard. Most sea spirits only live at sea, not in a dock. You probably just need to relax. It can be unsettling being out on the bow alone. How about I switch with you tomorrow night? Benedict. Alright. That's note 14. What is up with him? Give me a break. Break me off a bit of that Kit Kat bar. Ah! Turn that off. Alright, is he coming out? If he's coming out, I'm going in. Screw it. I'm going to the crew cabins. See, watch. Technically, he shouldn't know where I am. He shouldn't know that I'm going to the crew cabins right now. He should be sticking at it in that area until he knows, like he hears something. Watch this. He's going to find out where I am, like right away. Anyways, get out the duct tape. Taping up these cameras. Where are the stairs? Actually, right here. But yeah, that's all the notes. The trick to the fiend, keep moving. Same thing with the hunter, but to a lesser degree. You can hide from the brute all day. Stop it. See, this is what I'm talking about. He shouldn't know I'm over here. Yet he does. Yet he's already over here in the crew cabins. That's what I'm talking about, this whole spawning thing. He like spawned right on the same floor. That's ridiculous. The brute is actually very good at listening. So if you make any noise whatsoever, he might hone in on you. Absolutely nothing in here. Also, when the brute's coming around, you might want to just hide. Or just walk past him, calmly, collectively. Is there anything in here? This is how you make the brute angry, though. Watch this. Watch how angry he gets. Three, two, one, go. Watch this. Alright, so I do have a few, some duct tape. He might pull me out of his locker. I am in here. I am in here, I mean, you're so damn angry. Are you seriously walking away? You looked directly in the eye hole. You looked right at me. No. Get back here. Get back here, you fucking pansy. Oh. Also, when you put the fuse in here, you can actually press the switch right after you put the fuse in. Come on, Bart! Ah! Well, finally you noticed. Anyways, I don't know. Just some tips. The hunter, you can walk around freely, and he'll just, well, it's a she. She'll come out. It's also called a stalker. The hunter or the stalker, it's the same thing. But she'll come out of the spawn points, and the spawn points will be in the same area depending on how long you're in the area. Because apparently your character leaves behind a scent that gets, becomes more and more condensed or something. And she'll smell the scent and she'll come around. So you run to another area, you spend about 5 minutes looking around, and then you'll see that the hunters, like bubbles and stuff, will start coming around because she picked up your scent. You were in the area too long. That's something about the hunter. Anyways, if I think of anything else for tips or something, I'll let you know. Or you can just ask, like, if you have something happening, just ask. I probably know by now. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. And I hope you have yourself a good day. This is Sweet Tooth, signing off.